Meningitis is an inflammation or swelling of the meninges. The meninges are the three membranes that cover the brain and the spinal cord. Meningitis can occur when the fluid surrounding meninges get infected. There are three types of meningitis, which are bacterial meningitis, viral meningitis, and fungal meningitis. Bacterial meningitis is an extremely serious illness. You or your child need to seek medical help right away. It can be life-threatening or lead to brain damage unless you get quick treatment. Several kinds of bacteria can cause bacterial meningitis. The most common ones in the United States are Streptococcus pneumoniae, Neisseria meningitidis, Listeria monocytogenes. Listeria monocytogenes commonly among older people, pregnant women, or those who have a problem in immune system. Viral meningitis is more common than bacterial meningitis, but viral meningitis is less severe. Most people recover completely without treatment. A number of viruses can trigger the disease, including several that cause diarrhea. Fungal meningitis is less common than bacterial meningitis and viral meningitis. Healthy people rarely get it, but people that has problem with their immune system has high possibility to get fungal meningitis, such as people that has AIDS.
Meningitis mechanism of actions. There are two main routes for the bacterial meningitis to reach the meninges. First, the bloodstreams. Second, from direct contact through the nasal cavity or the skins. In most cases, the meningitis invades the bloodstream through the mucous surface at the nasal cavity. Once the bacteria have entered the bloodstreams, they enter the subarachnoid space in place where the blood-brain barrier are unprotected. The host immune system will release inflammatory mediator and cytokines that leads to swelling of meninges to stop the spread of the infections.
The diagnosis of meningitis starts with a physical exam. One move is when a person lies flat on their back facing upwards and one of their legs is raised with the knee flexed to a 90-degree angle. Then, the leg is supported and slowly straightened at the knee. If this causes back pain, then it's known as the chronic sign. Another move is when a person lies flat on their back facing upwards and has their neck supported and flat. If this causes them to automatically flex their knees or hips, it's called the Radzaini sign. If meningitis is suspected, a lumbar puncture can be done. This is when a needle goes through the lower lumbar vertebral levels of the spinal cord between L3 and L4, for example. After the needle penetrates, a few milliliters of cerebrospinal fluid is taken, and the cerebrospinal fluid can be analyzed for white blood cells, protein, and glucose. Treatment for meningitis. Usually, antibiotics given directly into a vein through intravenous. Next, fluids given directly into a vein to prevent dehydration. Oxygen through a face mask if there are any breathing difficulties. And lastly, steroid medication to help reduce any swelling around the vein in some cases. In general, drugs that used to treat meningitis are antivirals, antibacterials, antifungals, and antiparasitic, but the drugs given depends on the cases. Prevention for meningitis. First, get vaccinated against the disease, for example, Neisseria meningitidis. Second, don't share personal items, such as toothbrush, straw, and lipstick. Third, keep your distance from infected people. Fourth, wash your hands vigorously. And lastly, boost your immune system.